don't know where to jump in because there were so many beautiful ideas brought up that I want to address. But I'm going to start at the beginning. The reason why I wrote the course was exactly what you said. It was what someone else said. But at the end of the day, I graduated from theater school. I understood theater. I loved theater very much. I found myself in this new experience of auditioning for television and film, and I had no idea what I was doing wrong. I got lucky enough to go do a musical tour, and when I came back, I guess it did something for my confidence, so then I started booking co-stars and guest stars. I was really happy about that because here's the thing, booking a co-star, booking a guest star, man, these are huge deals, and we can't just throw it off. It's very important and a very huge milestone and accomplishment. Then I was booking those roles, and then I was going in for the series regular, as someone said, going in for a series regular here or there, wasn't even getting called back. And I was just so confused. And I got blessed because we were talking about acting workshops and classes. I found that one that spoke to me. And what they gave me was so profound that it opened the doors for me to now book series regulars. So in that time in my life, I always felt like, and the course was taught by two working actors, Eric LaSalle and Michael Beach, and I thought, I just knew in that moment, I said, when the time comes for me, I'm gonna do the exact same thing because people don't share the information. And there's so much information about being a series regular that you don't learn until you get the job. You get the job and then suddenly you get this windfall of cash and you're thrust with all these people that have all these titles and you're like, who is that now? What do they do? And what do they do? People are telling you to hire a publicist and a stylist and a this one and a that one. Your team is expanding. You want your manager, some new manager is now knocking on your door. Do I switch management? Do I stay with the manager who booked me the role? There's all of this stuff that comes with being a series regular. And so as I moved throughout my career, I started to figure it out. And I started to realize that there was a rhythm and a science to what I was doing that took me from my first series regular to my second series regular. Okay, let me try to replicate what I just did. Replicated it, now booked a third. Now I hit this dry patch where, like you just said, I was 35, but they still saw me as, I looked 25, but they knew how old I was, so they didn't want to cast me as an adult. A casting director even stopped me in the middle of my audition once and said, I'm sorry, you're a great actor, I just don't believe you'd have a 9-year-old. 3 years of my life was that experience, and then I booked a guest star that turned into 2 more series regulars. And I was like, oh my God, I'm really starting to understand that being a series regular is a position in a corporation called Hollywood. And the same rules that apply to any business apply to the acting business. They are creative in nature, they are corporate in nature, they are relational in nature, but there are all these things that go along with being a series regular that are important to know. So those are the reasons why I wrote the course. What the course is it's me pulling back the curtain on my career and providing breadcrumbs for others to follow in my footsteps. There'll be your own footsteps, there'll be your own music, it'll be your own dance. But you can get some ideas from mine about how they can apply to yours. Now, that was so great. Those introductions were awesome, and you answered so many of my questions that I wanted to start with because I wanted to get a feel for a room. I have a feel for the room, but there's just 1 or 2 that I listed that we didn't get to. How many people have an agent right now? Great. How many people have more people on their team than an agent, like might have a manager and an agent or a publicist or something else? Okay, great, great, great. You've been a series regular before. Has anybody else been a series regular before? Fantastic.